Good evening, happy Friday, and welcome to KSAT's 9 at Night. I'm your host, Stephania Jimenez. Tonight, for the first time, we're seeing the man who was injured yesterday in a shootout with San Antonio police. You're looking at 23-year-old Elijah Clemente Gonzalez. A 5-year veteran of SAPD was also injured in that shooting. It happened off of I-10 near Culebra and Trinity yesterday evening around 6:30. And it started when police responded to a domestic violence call. Officers say that Gonzalez threatened his girlfriend, saying that he was going to, quote, shoot up the place. When Gonzalez saw police, they say he drove off. So police followed him. And according to SAPD, Gonzalez crashed, jumped out of his car, then tried to carjack someone. A police officer got out of his own vehicle and Gonzalez reportedly fired at him. Now, police say that the officer was hit in the forearm. The officer then returned fire, hitting Gonzalez 3 times. That's according to SAPD. And now Gonzalez is in critical condition, and he's in more legal trouble because he was already wanted on warrants, and now he's going to be charged with attempted capital murder, aggravated robbery, and felon in possession of a firearm. Now just take a moment and look at this picture that we're about to show you. There you go. That's 15-year-old Myra Stevens. According to San Antonio police, she's missing. She was last seen in the 6,000 block of Blanco Road. She was wearing a black tank top and black gym shorts. She's 5'3", weighs 130 pounds, with brown hair, brown eyes. She also goes by the name Ashley Sanchez. We're told that she has a diagnosed medical condition, so anybody with information can call the SAPD Missing Persons Unit. That number is 210-207-7660. Canceled. Remember how the Uvalde CISU School Board was supposed to meet tomorrow morning to decide what's going to happen with Police Chief Pete Arredondo? Well, that's off. The district posted a statement on its website that reads in part, quote, in conformity with due process requirements and at the request of his attorney, the meeting to consider the termination of Chief Arredondo is going to be held at a later date, which has yet to be determined. The district says that it's not paying Arredondo while he's on administrative leave. You know that he's come under fire for the way that he handled the school shooting on May 24th. That shooting, of course, has cemented the need for more long-term mental health care in Uvalde, especially with kids. So it's a really good thing that the Children's Bereavement Center of South Texas now has a facility in that city. It's called the Comfort and Consult Center. Licensed grief counselors work there. They see people for free. The Bereavement Center has been working with Uvalde schools since the tragedy. It's one of several agencies based in San Antonio that's doing its part to help the community of Uvalde.
So we're just proud to be one piece of what will hopefully be a long-term journey of healing.
This group, along with the Ecumenical Center, Family Services, and others based in San Antonio, are also working with the Uvalde Strong Resiliency Center, which offers a myriad of services at its temporary location. But come November, it's going to move to downtown Uvalde permanently. In other news, a federal jury has convicted Steve Bannon of contempt of Congress. As you know, Bannon has refused to testify before the January 6th House Select Committee. And after nearly 2 days of hearing evidence and witness testimony, the jury reached a unanimous verdict. It took them less than 3 hours. Bannon did not take the stand or even mount any defense. He's going to be sentenced October 21st. And according to federal law, Bannon faces a minimum sentence of 30 days in jail. On a lighter note now, the president just did something to give families more access to baby formula. President Joe Biden just signed the Formula Act into law. It's bipartisan, and what it does is suspends tariffs on certain formula products through the end of the year. Now, we do know that things have improved slightly since the height of the formula shortage. The U.S. is now importing more products, and the formula factory that shut down is now back up and running. But the FDA is saying it's still going to take a while to fix the problem. Now, when it comes to gas prices, they are nowhere near low, but they are going down. Another 8 cents from last week. AAA is saying that the national average for a gallon of unleaded gas is $4.44. Now, here in Texas, the average price is $3.92 a gallon, and the cheapest place to get it is in Laredo, where it's $3.56 a gallon. The most expensive place, Bryan College Station, where it averages $4.06 a gallon. But let's talk about San Antonio, because here it's averaging $3.84. But you know what? Don't go by that, because you could find it for less in some spots. It's too bad temperatures aren't going down. Not even a little. Here's meteorologist Justin Horn with your weekend forecast.
Thanks, Stephania. It was a hot day again. Big surprise, right? We got up to 102 here in San Antonio, 102 in New Braunfels, 101 Gonzales, 107. That was the hot spot down there in Cotulla. Temperatures do drop off some tonight. We'll get some gusty winds out of the south-southeast, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour. Temperatures eventually fall into the upper 70s by tomorrow morning with some morning clouds. They won't last very long. We'll get another hot day tomorrow. Up around 100, but the heat index will be close to 104. So keep that in mind by the afternoon. Yes, another triple-digit day. And it continues from there as high pressure continues to take hold of our forecast and keep things very hot. Now, there is one glimmer of hope as we get into next week. It may move far enough east where it opens the door for a small chance for rain. That shows up Wednesday and Thursday. There's your 7-day forecast. 101 on Sunday, 102 Monday, 101 Tuesday, and some small chances for a stray shower or two Wednesday and Thursday. Stephanie?
I know what you're thinking. Yikes. You know, when it's this hot, you have to embrace the great outdoors, but it's really tough to do that along San Antonio's rivers when they're dirty. Mattresses, styrofoam, plastic bags. Those are some of the things that the local group River Aid San Antonio finds in our rivers. The group cleans our rivers. It was formed early last year, and members hold several cleaning events every month. Just 2 months ago, the group removed more than 6,000 pounds of trash from the creek. But sadly, it's back again.
We're all connected to this program, even if you don't use Salado Creek, even if you think you don't litter. The whole city is tied to our creeks through our watersheds. When it rains, things that are in your backyard, your pet's waste, that E. coli, gets down to the river, gets down to the creek, likewise with litter.
Yeah, just something to keep in mind. The group is going to clean Salado Creek tomorrow, and it's looking for volunteers, so you can go. They're going to focus on the part of Salado Creek near Sir Winston Drive and Blanco Road, and they're going to start at 8 o'clock in the morning. But just maybe you'd rather stay home with a furry friend while the San Antonio Humane Society is having its Empty the Shelters adoption special. So if you want to adopt a dog or a cat, it costs $25. But the fee doesn't apply to puppies or kittens that are under a year old. You'd still go through the regular adoption and screening process, and you could see the available dogs and cats before you go. Just visit their website. By the way, the event ends on the 31st of this month. Listen to this latest research on e-cigarettes. Researchers are saying that more people who vape could be getting addicted instead of just smoking casually. So listen to this. The JAMA Network Open Journal published a study today, and it shows that the number of people in the U.S. who said they used e-cigarettes went down between 2018 and 2020. Now, of course, that may be because of efforts to keep young people from starting, but that same data also showed that more people are vaping every day. And researchers say the two trends suggest that there's a greater nicotine dependence among e-cigarette users. Now we're staying with health news on the Night Beat tonight. We're going to discuss the monkeypox. 2 children in the U.S. now have it. We're going to tell you more about that and also tell you what we're seeing in San Antonio. Now, on a lighter note, do you have weekend plans? Because let me tell you, there's a lot going on. How about you start your weekend with a nature walk, The Phil Hardberger Park Conservancy is hosting one of those nature walks tomorrow at Phil Hardberger Park. People are invited to write short poems, go for a walk. That event is between 8 and 10:30 in the morning. And on Sunday, hey, how about some yoga? The San Antonio River Foundation is holding a community yoga event at Confluence Park. That goes from 10 to 11, and both of the events that we're showing you now are free. Before we go, so this is what we'd really consider a dream job. Just check out this Instagram post from Candy Funhouse. It's an online candy company based in Ontario, and it's looking for a chief candy officer. An actual job. Okay, and it gets even better because the company is paying $100 grand for that gig. Candidates need to be at least 5 years old. We're not kidding there. The company says that the person it picks is going to undergo, quote, extensive palate training. That sounds nice. The job description includes taste testing more than 3,500 products every month and approving the kind of candy that the company sells. The candy officer would also take part in strategy and candy board meetings. Don't know how that would work for 5-year-olds, but here's my real question. What is the dental plan going to look like? Because you know that whoever takes that job is definitely going to need one, a good one. Now, on that sweet note, it has been a pleasure having you with us this evening. Have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for watching KSAT's 9 at Night, and we'll see you on Monday.